Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Ikoria draft here on the channel. My name is Nikolai, and in this video, I'm going to be going pick by pick and play by play through an Ikoria draft, talking through all of my decisions so you can level up and get better at Limited. If you enjoyed, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more, and comment below with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. If you want to find my draft guide for Ikoria, that'll be linked in the description below for some format basics and things like that, if those are things you are looking for. Okie doke. So what have we opened up here? We have opened up a land that can go into a decent number of decks and is overall like pretty reasonable, but not really a card I'm first picking generally. Boon of the Wishgiver is a little bit slow, but cycling cards are all just pretty good in this set. There's Easy Prey, which is a reasonable removal spell. Migration Path, kind of tricky to use because you kind of want to have the fixing matter, so it fits into a more narrow range of decks as well. And then in the commons, there's a Prickly Marmoset, which I love, as just devastating with cycling stuff and just kind of reasonable in any deck, because you'll just have some cycling stuff in pretty much any deck. Oh yeah, that was a good moment, Chonky. So Prickly Marmoset's a good default pick here, just very good. Migration Path is pretty reasonable in some situations. The Brushwag is not the best, but you can mutate onto it. Naturalist is okay. See you later, Flicky. Migration Path is reasonable. Boon is fine. Savai is fine. I'm just going to take the Marmoset, though. Just the best card in the pack. Well, I'm surprised to see Gigantha here, because companions are just absurd. And this card is no exception. Like, no card in your starting deck has more than one of the same mana symbol in its mana cost. That's not hard to do. And you just get like a random 5/5 when you need one. That can also even tap for mana, so just very easy pick here. There's also Farfinder, which I do like a lot. There's a Bushmeat Poacher, which is quite good. Ominous Seas can be good, but it's a little bit hit or miss. But yeah, Gigantha is like the pick by a mile. Even with the companion changes, this card is just really good and limited. Just gives you a 5-mana 5/5 that can even like tap for stuff, and its cost is like not very high. So we're gonna take Gigantha. Okie doke. And it can go into a decent number of other decks too. There is a Raugrin Triome, which can be nice for like a red-white cycling deck or a blue-red spells deck or really any deck. This card fits into so many archetypes. Then in the uncommons, like Zagoth Mamba is sometimes okay. The Cavern Whisperer is decent. Overall, this pack is not very strong. I'm tempted by the land. There's a Ram Through, which does work in like some decks, but it's overall not even that powerful because it's just so easy to get blown out by stuff and kind of hard to have a big creature lying around. I honestly think I'm just going to take the land. Just give myself some flexibility there. I have a Marmoset and a Gigantha. I can go a lot of directions with that. Okie doke. Pick 4. What do we see here? There is a Sanctuary Lockdown, which can go pretty decently in some of the humans decks. Fight is 1, can go pretty well in some decks as well. I mean, this pack also just is kind of terrible. There are a lot of white cards, though, so I think I might take one of those. There is a decent number of humans and non-humans. I'm not a huge fan of Frostlinks in this set. It's just not really... It's just kind of like, I don't know, clunky a little bit. Checkpoint Officer's okay. Thornwood Falls could go well if I want to just play like a big multicolored deck. I think the pick here is between like Fight is 1 and Thornwood Falls, honestly. I'm not going to play white-black humans right now. Don't love this card. Nothing else is really calling to me. I'm very tempted by the land. Fight is 1 is also decent. There's a Lord Rakkus. Though that card's fine because it works more than one of the same mana symbol in its mana cost. So red and blue still works. You could play Teamer of some kind. There's a Boot Nipper, which is a reasonable card. There's a Hornbash Mentor, which is a reasonable card. As long as I remember the Gigantha. Sometimes I'll like accidentally take a card that doesn't work with Gigantha and I'll feel really silly. But I like Lord Rakkus a lot. You can even just play it in like a red deck. So pretty good pick up here. Okay, so I can't take Sandworm because it doesn't work with the Gigantha. Take Wilt. Wilt is reasonable sometimes. All the best cards in this pack are black. This card's pretty solid. This card's good. This card is nice. Facet Reader's not the best. Day Squad Marshal. If I didn't have the Gigantha thing, I might take the Greater Sandworm here. Durable Coil Bug versus Memory Leak. I can't even play Gigantha if I play Red-Black. Oh, I can't play if I play Red-Black. What am I saying? I like Coil Bug here. There's also a Memory Leak as just a cycling card, which is reasonable with the Marmoset. Can't play this because of the Gigantha. Some random green cards. There's a blue-red land. I'm just going to take the Farfinder, though. This is a pretty easy Farfinder, I think, over the Swift Watercliffs #2. I'm kind of setting myself up to play Teamer, which I'm pretty happy with. This is a more speculative pick. Blitz works well in the blue-red spells deck. Pyroceratops is also reasonable. Can't play Frostveil because it's double pips. Blitz can do some good work. We're starting to see some signals. Startling Development's nice because I can cycle it to work with the Marmoset and to fuel the Blitz. Can't play Frostveil Ambush, unfortunately. Another Farfinder to help me with my fixing. Lava Serpent's also good as a top-end card. There's Wilt. There's Gust of Wind. I'll take the Bloodfell Caves because Black-Red might be open. Also some green cards here. Corpse Churn. Let's just take the only red card so we don't pass it. I don't know. Kind of a weird start to the draft, but we have this Gigantha. We have some nice fixing from our Farfinders and our mana base. The Brushwag. Better than the Unlikely Aid. My last pick, green card, interesting. What do we get pack 2? Another Companion. Umori is good, but I am not going to play it because I already am going for this Gigantha plan. And I can't play both in the same deck. What do I like here? Honestly, kind of a tough pack. Elflas, thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate that. Thanks for sharing the Twitch Prime. I'm just going to take Fire Prophecy. It's the best card in the pack. Dreamtail Heron's another good card, but blue didn't seem particularly open. And a lot of my cards do work in red. Marmoset, Drakus, Prophecy, Blitz. All those are red cards. Forbidden Friendship is quite nice. Just a really good glue piece. Ties together a lot of my synergies. Mythos of Nethroi could be good if I was playing black-red. Not really looking to play this. So I could play blue-red. Or I could play black-red. It's going pretty well, Boost. I think this pick is between the Forbidden Friendship, the Bushmeat Poacher, and the Mythos. Mythos is pretty good. Could easily play Grixis too. Even splashing white for some stuff. Decent removal spell. Let's just take the good removal spell, I think. I do like Forbidden Friendship, though. Wow, Weaponize. Pretty good card. Yeah, 6 creatures. It would have gone well with Forbidden. It does go with the Coil Bug that I have. This card's quite good. Rumbling Rockslide's also pretty good. I think Weaponize is the pick, though. It looks like black-red is kind of open. Finding some synergies. And we can even play Grixis, maybe. This land doesn't make any sense in our deck. Rock Slide would maybe be number 2, or the Coil Bug. This card's very high upside, if I find the right deck for it. Oh, another Fire Prophecy. Let's go. Easy pick. After that, I would probably take like a random Cycler. Heat Bonder is really good in the right deck, but that's not this deck. This card's good with cycling, but I don't really have a lot of cycling. Porky Parrot is good in black-red because you can like mutate it onto a Boot Nipper, and that's really good. Oh, this card's great. It is 2 colors to use, though. Omnisci is not particularly good. I'll just take a Blitz Leech, I think, over Shredded Sails, which is also relatively good. Blitz Leech just does a decent amount of stuff. Wow. Really putting me to the test, eh? I don't know if I'm playing green. This card's absurd, though. Actually, an unreal good card. I'm just going to take Forbidden Friendship, though. This rare is insane, but I'm not playing green, really. And I want to play this Giganta. But yeah, this card's like almost as good as Giganta. Like almost worth abandoning everything. Wow, nice black-red card. I mean, it's not even the best card, but it's a fine 2-drop. Fumes is a decent card as well. Kind of just playing black-red and then splashing random cycling slash synergies. Mutual Destruction can be good. Could also take Mythos. No, I don't really want the land. Sure. Random cycling thing. Shredded Sails is decent. Pyroceratops actually works out pretty well in this deck. I've got 10 non-creatures. This card is so sweet. It's not very good, but it's super sweet. Oh, this card's funny. So I'm playing black-red. So what do I want from this pack for black-red? And then I'm also probably splashing blue. Because I have the Triome. I don't even know. I have 2 Farfinders. So splashing blue is not that hard. Can't take any of the cards with double pips. Of One Mind is reasonable. Dreamtail Heron is reasonable because I do have Lord Rakkus and Porky Parrot. I think it's either Dreamtail Heron as the pick or like Of One Mind. But I like the Dreamtail Heron. Another Labyrinth Raptor. Wow, this pack actually has a lot of stuff that I want. I'm not going to play this step, I don't think. So this pack has a Boot Nipper, which is a Dream Team combo with Porky Parrot. It's got a Forbidden Friendship, which is great with my Weaponize, my Mutual Destruction, and my Mutate guys. I'm not going to take it, though, sadly. It's also just a black-red card. I think I'm going to take the Boot Nipper. It's just such a brutal combo when it comes together. It has the highest chance of wheeling, but if it doesn't wheel, I'll be the most sad. I already have a decent number of 3-drops. The Labyrinth Raptor actually might wheel. I'm not even sure if I'm that thrilled about the one that I do have. Easiest Blood Curdle of my life. Thundermane's reasonable and is good in a lot of decks, but not mine. I love me a Genesis Ultimatum, but not for this deck. Oh, Lutri, no! Why? I love Lutri. Copy target instant or sorcery. Wow, this card is so good, but it doesn't work with Giganta. It's probably better than Giganta. But I have 2 Farfinders and 2 Fire Prophecies, so I'm not going to take it. That's a tough sell on me for me. Oh, I love that card. Could take Of One Mind. Could also just take Suffocating Fumes. Wow. So sad. I love Lutri. It's one of my favorite cards. Sad. I'll just take a random Cycler that kind of has some synergies. Ooh, another Coil Bug. That's good. That is good. Now another Weaponize versus Memory Leak. Weaponize is pretty good. It works with the 2 Coil Bugs, the Forbidden Friendship, the Farfinders. There's also a Cloud Piercer. I'm going to take the Weaponize, though. Easy. Forbidden Friendship with double Weaponize. I'm just looking for fodder. Spell Eater is actually really good here. I have so many instants and sorceries. Might not play it, but I think it's a reasonable card at least. Consider. Not a huge fan of any of these things. Probably not going to play them. So I did wheel the Labyrinth Raptor as I suspected. Yeah, with the Boot Nipper, the double Forbidden Friendship. Of One Mind is actually pretty good. Yeah, 2 Weaponizes doesn't do anything. It's just for having multiples, for assembling combos. Okay, so what cards do I not want here? Don't really have card draw synergies, so this card's not the best. This is just a 1-mana Cycler for my 1 Prickly Marmoset, and a Spell Enabler for my Spell Eater Wolverine, and a card I can get back with Lord Rackus. So I have a lot of decent amount of synergy. These are my 2 blue cards that I'm actually splashing blue for. I think I only need 1 island. Because I do have this thing, so that's 2 sources, and then this is 3/4 sources. Eight, 15, 16, 17. 17 lands seems okay in this deck. Even though I do have 2 Farfinders and a Starling, I could see going down a land. But I have a way to spend mana guaranteed all the time. So I'm going to cut the 2 Suffocating Fumes. Maybe I'd rather have Suffocating Fumes and Starling Development. This card's honestly pretty mediocre. So I'm a little heavier red, so I'm going to cut a Swamp. I kind of want to add back in this Startling Development. It seems like it does a bunch of little things well. I think that'll let me play that 1 less land. Like, it lets me be a little bit more consistent with my mana. It helps fuel, like, random, like, cards if I do ever cast it. For some reason, I always find myself cutting the Spell Eater Wolverine. I know, sad. I like Dreamgel Heron with the Farfinders. Huh. I have so many things for the Spell Eater Wolverine. Maybe I'm only supposed to play 1 Weaponize, because drawing 2 is like a death sentence. I don't know. That could be wrong. That card's pretty good in my deck. Pyroceratops. Yeah, that card's potentially bad. It does seem pretty good in my deck, though, because I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards that trigger it. Yeah, I can see cutting that. Probably worse than the Spell Eater Wolverine, which is honestly another card that could probably go. Might just cut these guys. I don't really like them in the deck. And then I like add back in the Pyroceratops. And like, I mean, this card just like, my deck isn't super aggressive, and this card is. What else could I add back in Weaponize? I kind of want to try it like this. I don't really like the Labyrinth Raptors all that much for my deck. I don't really have the synergy I'm looking for. I think I'm going to try this build. See how this does. 12 creatures, 12 non-creatures. I got the Gigantha. And yeah, overall should be a pretty good time. I guess this is technically the only red source. I only have 7 black sources when I could have an extra one. But I only have 7 black cards. Yeah, I want an extra black source, I think. Yeah, this gives me 8 red sources, 8 black sources, and 2 blue sources plus the Farfinders. That seems a little bit better to me. I think multiple weaponizes is fine because the card is just so irritating to deal with. I don't really need this guy. Don't really need the fumes or the shredded sails. Obviously, they'd be fine. They'd be better than the development. Especially sails could be better. Yeah, let's just try it like this for now. And I will see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my work at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and special shout out to those at the credits level. If you as a viewer feel like my content has provided you with $1 worth of value and you'd like to give back and support the channel, the Patreon is the best way to do so. And as my way of saying thank you to patrons, I provide some rewards like access to my card by card tier list for each set. I really do appreciate all of the patrons, and I really cannot thank you enough for helping me continue to produce these videos. Without further ado, though, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. We've got a pretty mediocre hand here. We're going to mulligan. This hand is much better. We'll keep this. We have our Dream Team combo here. We go this, name Death Touch, and then mutate this on, and it's GG. Whoa, something happened. Magic is hosting me with a viewer. Thanks, Magic. I'm going to be patient here. Ooh, they have a companion too. Yorion. I love Yorion companioning. I'm going to wait till I can mutate this for actual killing something. I'm going to get a second black source. Okay. They are off to a slow start. Next turn, we literally just get to jam a 5-mana 5/5. Like, insanity. Oh, no. Please don't get hexproof. Whew. Dodge that bullet. So now any creature they play dies until they get rid of my Porky Parrot combo. So hopefully I don't have like a kill spell here. Whew. And they scoop it up. Whew. Exciting stuff. Good call whoever on the fact that Prophecy can tuck weaponize. That's a good point, Captain Wacky. And sometimes they just randomly kill your weaponize or something, and being able to draw it's nice. It's a very good card. I'm pretty happy with my deck building choices. Maybe I would rather play should play Shredded Sails instead of the Startling development. Give myself some outs to some random stuff. That's why mulliganing marginal hands is really nice, though. Ultra Moses. On the draw, I'll keep this. We have this into Farfinder, into Of One Mind for 1 mana, into Lord Rackets, get back Of One Mind. My game has been a little glitchy recently in terms of it just doesn't feel perfectly smooth to play. I don't know what I should change to fix that. These are my graphic settings. I've definitely looked into them before. I don't know what all the words mean, though, unfortunately. It feels a little bit like, not chunky is not the right word, but Of One Mind is going to show its value here. Pyroceratops might do some cool stuff too. Red to green, you were saying. That is so bizarre to me. Why would you ever do that? I just don't understand why you would kill Farfinder like that. Maybe they have a kill spell here for this guy. Fire Prophecy or something. Yep. So not my best spot I've ever been in, but I am growing more stable. What? A target human, okay. If I draw a land, I can Blitz Leech. Otherwise, I can just play 2 blockers. Or I can mutate, play up 1 mine, play something else as well. Mythos is good. I like Mythos a lot. Chump, sack to kill the Wolverine. I'm going to block like this just in case they do something to mess with my ability. Like if they have +3/+3 in trample, then they would be able to do exactly lethal anyway. Brutal. Maybe I wasn't supposed to even do that. I was just supposed to let all the damage happen. And I can always lure Dracus to get back the Mythos to kill a problematic card. Okay. Thanks, Hudat. Okay. Sandworm? Karuga. Okay. Hmm. feel like they're very dead. Because keep in mind, I can mutate this thing on to get back my Mythos, and then mutate this thing on to get back Mythos again. So basically I have 2 more Mythoses. Aww. I don't even need to get Mythos, because this way I can even hold up Weaponize. And I exile their guy. And this thing has Vigilance, so I can still attack. And this thing's going to have Vigilance, so I can mutate it, get back Blitz if I need it to kill something. Keeping the human around in case I get back up one mind at some point. Okay. This is why Lead the Stampede is horrific. This card is like so swingy. You don't want swingy cards like that in your deck. 1 win away from Mythic. Hooray! I have not missed the I've not missed it at all. There are 2/2s, the Needletooth Raptors. Not Needletooth Raptors, that's a card from Ravens of Ixalan. The Razor Verge? I don't even know what they're called. The red-black things that I took out of the deck. Because I'm not a Menace aggro deck, I'm a kind of Grixis Giganta control deck. Lord Arrakis is so good, as is Porcupine. They're both so good. I'm gonna have to work on my settings a little bit to make this stuff less clunky. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. I don't have a source of one of my colors, so then I'm gonna keep this, and I'm gonna ditch probably Blitz. We'll scare the heck out of them by making them think we're a cycling deck. Oh, they're giving me information for no reason. Interesting. Okay, green. Oh, do they also need lands? No. Maybe they just found it? I don't know. I think I'm gonna ditch this weaponize when I fire prophecy something. I could like try to do some fancy weaponized shenanigans, but I'm just gonna get rid of this so they don't have a mutate target. Armor set's honestly not that good for me. Weaponized looks pretty smart now, doesn't it? Ooh, another fire prophecy, potentially. That's good. They were in some big trouble because I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage just on board, and I can get back the Forbidden Friendship with this Lord Rakkus. So they're gonna do something. That just makes no sense as a block. I guess they're afraid of me, like, just pinging them out or something. So they were willing to trade Pack Beast. But then this thing's just a chump block. And they don't have a thing to mutate onto still. Okay. Why would they attack? It just makes no sense. Yeah, I don't think they thought it through. You're pretty dead. Oh, Mythic! Let's go! Hey, what do you know? We're in Mythic. Exciting stuff. I forgot about that. Nice. Where did we spawn in, I guess? Hooray! Number 344. Let's go. That's pretty hype. Last time I spawned in the 400s, so this is an improvement. It's a problem, because usually I stop playing ranked once I get to Mythic. So I just like play best of 1 or something. Or not best of 1, or best of 3 or something. But because we're only halfway through this draft, we're going to get to see how it does in Mythic. I actually don't usually stop playing once I get to Mythic. That's not true. I did last time I got to Mythic. Stream over. We won. Do I just retire this deck and just be like, yep, you did it. 3-0. Good job. Got me to Mythic. Hi, Outlaw. That was pretty fast. Okay, going first here. Thanks, Inept Mage. Good night. There's a coil bug. Blue-green, eh? If they do, like, make this into, like, a Great Horn or something, I might just, like, kill it with my Mutual Destruction. Farfinder. I'm a little concerned, not gonna lie. I don't have any sack fodder for this right now. Let's attack. Wow, that is problematic. Oh no, they could be casting a Merchant Ultimatum here. That's totally in the realm. Do that. I might want to use Mutual Destruction twice with this Lord Rakkus trigger. Like Mutual, Lord Rakkus, play Forbidden. Like, I think they have Emergent Mana. Oh, yikes. What are they gonna kill? Oh, they killed the Gigantha. That's just wrong. I definitely gotta kill the Dirge Bat. So I'm gonna go this, Forbidden Friendship. Mutual Destruction, killing this. Sacking my human because it was missed. Playing this. Attacking for 4. Oh, I've cast Emergent Ultimatums in Limited. It's pretty good still. If you can cast it. They've got the mana for it, which makes me worried. But they didn't cast it last turn, which makes me think they don't have it. Okay, Starix. Sure. Okay, Titan's Nest. That's pretty scary. If they have, like, another mutate guy. Oh my gosh, they do. Wow. Just devastation. When do they have Ram through? Also not great. Because I would have liked to get an extra card draw out of this. Wow. Couldn't you just hit something else? A land? Oh, that's actually pretty good. So that's lethal, right? Yep. No, it's not lethal. What am I doing? They're not at 8. I thought they were at 8. I'm at 8. Almost messed that one up. I was literally 1 damage off, I think. I don't know. That was tough. Wow. The fact that they flipped this thing so they could cast Ram through really bugs me. Totally owned me. Like, I would have won the game if they hadn't done that. Oh, they're doing lead the Stampede shenanigans. Oh, they have Kogla. Well, that's a problem. Well, we lose, but we tried. It's so annoying because I wish I'd lost before I got to Mythic, but, you know. And then I was 2 points of damage off of killing them, or whatever. And then their lead the Stampede is like god tier. Gosh darn it. No, this is not a Mythic thing. This is just like being off by 2 damage while they happen to have like 2 crazy rares and they flip their Titans thing for no reason. Like if they just flip a land there, maybe land isn't good enough even. I don't know. But yeah. I don't actually have any outs. That's a bummer. Yeah, this is also why I hate playing in Mythic, because it just, like, the number doesn't really matter, but it's still so demoralizing. It's just like, why does the number go so far? It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that was just unlucky. I don't know if I could have done anything differently. I tried to use my removal spells in a way that made sense. I could have gone for the Lord Rakkus earlier. And then I would have drawn an extra card for my Heron. So that extra trigger could have mattered. But I wanted to know what I needed before I went for it. Okay, this is a good hand. Pretty easy victory here, I would say. I don't know if there's anything they could do. Like, sometimes you just have an opening hand and it feels like unbeatable. This is kind of one of those. Like, the turn I cast Gigantha that last game, I could have done, like, cast 2 spells instead. That might have been, like, more powerful overall. I'm not sure. It felt correct in this moment to cast it, because then I can just cast my entire hand, pretty much. With a tap for an extra couple mana. Give them anything to mutate onto. I'm keeping my this guy around just in case they kill the Farfinder, so I still have something to mutate the Heron onto. They're so dead. Oh, Boneyard Lurker, sure. Hey, Fry. So they didn't cast Boneyard Lurker. Fantastic, Fry. That's awesome. Wow, we went back pretty much to where we were. Nice. Fluctuating wildly. Yeah, that's why I tend to try and avoid Mythic playing, because it's just so bad for mental health. I don't know. It just like feels weird. I wish it was more transparent. Like, if there was like an actual thing where you're like, what is your number? Okie doke. On the play with this hand, we get one redraw. We have a play to make. I'm going to mulligan this still. This is a little bit better. This is going to be a more challenging game, it looks like. Blue-black. Oh no, blue-black mutate. Can be a tricky matchup. I'm kind of worried about them mutating on their, like, random card that makes me discard or something. Oh, it's the same opponent? Oh, it is. I knew I recognized that username. Yikes. I'm in trouble. This person's deck is kind of bonkers. They have Kogla, they have like a billion other stuff. Things that are really annoying. I'm tempted to trade here, but I'm not going to. I would rather sack the Coil Bug to kill the Farfinder if possible. Titan's Nest, okay. Leave the Stampede. Nope. Something else. Blood? Sure. They know I have Gigantha. I'm very afraid of them, like, trying to do something fishy. It's like, they know I have Gigantha, yet they use Blood Curdle on my 2-1? What does that mean? Do they have Kogla here? I do have Kogla. Yeah, because I need to draw Forbidden Friendship here, I think. I'm going to lose to my weapon to monsters. Dang it. I knew they could have Kogla. Brutal. Using Weaponize is kind of annoying. It's pretty good with the Coil Bug. Why do they need to spend mana from that? Yeah. Oh. Just like incredible fortune every time they cast that card. Just unreal. Feels bad to just lose to the same person twice, because their deck is like bonkers. They just have like so many good cards. And they've also had perfect mana against me both times. And I've mulliganed both times I played against them. It's like the perfect storm. Feels bad. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play the land. I'm so toast. Gosh, just one person just tanking me. They're just farming me for wins. Oh my gosh, why do I have to play against the same Kogla, like, nutty teamer deck twice? It's so dumb. They just have my number. I've mulliganed twice against them, and they've barely escaped with their life the first time, and they, wrecked me the second time. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play the Gigantha, because I figured they had something, but like, ugh. I have to like try and get stuff done before they just start wrecking me with their like lead the Stampedes to draw 3 cards, which doesn't happen all that often. They've done it to me twice. Oh man, brutal. Like, even if half of your deck is creatures, which their deck definitely isn't, because they have random cards like Adventurous Impulse, it still wouldn't hit 3 out of 5. It would be like a 2.5 average if 20 of your cards were creatures, and they probably have like 13 creatures or 14 creatures or 15 creatures maybe. But like, definitely there are chances of them missing. Oh, I saw an S in the username and I was worried. Did I play this person earlier in the run too? I don't know. Ah, Flourishing Fox. I'll let them invest some time cycling. And then I'll just Fire Prophecy. Oh, blue-white. Joke's on you, buddy. That was a good draw. Oh, I wish I had land there. I missed out on a point of damage. Are they trying to set up for Zenith Flare? Probably. Can I kill them before they can get to that? Probably. I'm at 15 after all. This Belly-Eater Wolverine hits like a truck, so. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cyclers in the graveyard. And they're playing green for some reason. Sure. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. I'll jump. Do I want to hold up Blitz at the Thunder Raptors? Probably. And then you name Lifelink, even though you normally don't. And you hold up Blitz again. Sure. Card is useless. They have Zenith Flare up, so I'm just going to chill. Like, if they had a Zenith Flare, they'd have it up. So this way I could respond to Zenith Flare. Ooh, yeah. Got another win. This deck is really good, I think. That was the only game I haven't had my blue source when I had a blue card, I think, that I cared about casting. Maybe. I don't know any. I'm a prime. I'm not really a constructed player. Weaponize is quite good. Whew. I will keep this hand. Cycle this. I just want to find my red source. Okay, so another cycling deck. Without weaponized, cycling decks are a little bit scarier for me. I'm so dead. Yep. Gosh darn it. Maybe I was supposed to attack. If I had one of my two weaponizes, I would have been fine here. Oh, they don't have anything too scary. Okay. Now my draw has to just come together. Need a spell. They don't have a cycler, or otherwise they wouldn't have done it that way. Blitz Leech lines up pretty well against the Savai. This is not ideal. Cycling has a lot of reach generally as a deck. I'm going to Blood Curdle the Snare Tactician, and then I'll untap Blitz Leech the Thundermane. And hope they don't have Fighters 1. Don't seem to have that many cyclers. At least they haven't used any yet. I'm going to do this now so they can't cycle something in response to kill it. Block every day of the week, buddy. Whoa. Oh, how many cyclers are in their graveyard now? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm safe from Zenith Flare for now. Hi, John. Hey, Cryo. I'm glad I didn't play the Dreamtail Heron. I'm gonna play this land because I need Weaponize plus Durable Coil Bug. You need 8. You need like 10 mana to do that combo every turn. I'm kind of close to being able to do that. Okay, Valiant Rescuer. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have other cards I can draw that can work with Weaponize. 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this. They get a 1/1. Everyone's just hating on Ikoria. Well, okay. So I take 1. How many cycles do they have? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. Kind of a problem. I don't mind the cycling decks at all, pretty much. They're kind of cool in my opinion. Very unique. Like, this game is so tense because they could have Zenith Flare at any point, and I know it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage to my face. They have to be worried about, potentially. Like, if they don't block the Spell Eater Wolverine, they're going to be dead the next turn. If they block Gigantha and have 2 Cyclers, I still have a Dreamtail Heron to block it for next turn. Durable Coil Bug will deal the damage to them. I chose not to play them. Because my deck is not, it doesn't really fit my deck's strategy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can deal 8 to me. With our Zenith Flare. You gonna flare me? They draw a second flare. I'm literally 1 point of damage off if they have another Zenith Flare. Wow, that was insane. You pick a poem, John. You just say, oh, this is a poem I'd like to hear. It can't be something like insane. Whew. We're 1 win away from another trophy. Hopefully we can get the job done. We've only lost to the same opponent. They're smurfing on us. Yes, so not the Iliad. Wow. I am just like really hoping to match up against that guy again, the person that beat us twice, and play them again and win. That would be hype. Because I feel like we could have beaten them. Then again, their deck is kind of nutso when it comes together. Maybe we could play them and they'd get mana screwed. That would be justice. Oh, man. They made Titan's Nest look like a good card, which is not easy to do all the time. That card needs a lot of support. Oh, send your energy, chat. I need the energy to fuel me to victory. Let's go, Ikoria, let's go. Okay, what's the username? Is it Rouge? Did we just play against this person? I seem to recognize some of it. Elephant. We played against another elephant. Was it the same elephant? That's the question. Okay, we're going to keep this hand on the draw. We have some good stuff going on. Sing us a song, you're the parrot man. Give us Mithros of Nethroi, 'cause we're all in the mood for a coil bug. Forbidden friendship ahoy. Ah, the brushwag! Hello. GG, Alonzinator. You drew some check. I was kind of scared of you having a what's it called? The really scary card, the Zenith for the whole game. I was like, oh no, Zenith are gonna get me. And then I was worried you had a second one. When you said good game, I was like, oh, they're just gonna cast Zenith Flare into Zenith Flare. So I have Mythos of Destroyer. I was kind of hoping they'd go for this. I was potentially like could have killed the Brushwag just to prevent this play, but I do have the Mythos. Oh, they're playing black as well. Okay, no blocks. Get rid of a mutate stack before it can begin. This is a tough one. Because I just want to kill the Farfinder. That's not the best. No. That's tough. Really not what I wanted to see. They're also playing Sultai. I'm so concerned. No. Just gonna get beaten down by this thing. It's so brutal. I want to do this as like a last resort almost. I'm just gonna lose to Sultai 3 times. Why do they? Oh man, maybe I was supposed to kill the brush flag. Wow, that card's super good too. No! Losing at the hand of Archipelagar. That's a problem. I need to find my Blood Curdle. That's my only out now. Gosh darn it. Can't believe I got wrecked by easy prey. Literally could have prevented so much of this. Or mutual destruction would work. It's not going to cut it. Dang it! Oh my gosh. Just tilting. I lost it. Sultai 3 times. That one was winnable. If I like Fire Prophecy their Brushwag on turn 2 instead of playing like my Durable Coil Bug. And then if I like I Mythos that instead. And then if I because then they're delayed on just doing everything. Everything's just stalled by a few turns. And then if I knew the Farfinder needed to die, but if I had just Forbidden Friendshipped it, not Forbidden, if I had just Fire Prophesied it, they wouldn't have been able to mutate this thing onto it. Instead of going for the Mutate Ping. The Mutate Ping seemed so high upside at the time, because it's a 1 toughness creature, and then I can say Fire Prophecy for the next creature they play, like their Frostlings they play to try and mutate, I kill that. Just feels kind of unlucky that they had this thing. And they had some pretty good mutate stuff going on. And I didn't. If I'd had to weaponize the monsters, I could have just easily killed all their little things, and I even could have killed their bigger stuff. So just a combination of factors. What did I put on the bottom again? I don't remember. Oh, I shuffled the library. I put something on the bottom that didn't matter though. A forbidden friendship or something. I think my plays made sense. Just didn't work out. It can't always work out. Oh, I wish I had intentionally lost and then just gotten into Mythic on my final win with the deck, because then I would have been like 400 Mythic points higher, because Mythic is just one of the most bizarre elo systems I've ever witnessed. Just the swings are just unreal. And like not very good psychologically speaking. But yeah, that's how it goes. Pretty fun deck. I enjoyed it. I thought the cards all performed well. Weaponize worked well. Gigantha did some good stuff. Even though it felt like every time I cast it, I lost. That's not true, but yeah. Pyroceratops wasn't very good, as someone had mentioned. It wasn't going to be. Shredded Sails would have been a lot better in that last game. But I mean, that's just the way it goes. You can't play every card. If I had a sideboard, I would have sided this in for sure. But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. That's going to do it for this draft video, though. I hope you enjoyed it. We didn't quite get to the 7 wins, but we did have some pretty cool moments. If you made it all the way to the end, remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback, and leave a hashtag the Sultai weakness to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video, because the Sultai decks were a problem for me. I lost only to Sultai decks, and they were like strong Sultai. Like they all had multiple pips of. They always had like multiples of each land in play. So yeah, hashtag Sultai Kryptonite to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. Remember that if you would like to support my work, you can do so via Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, or if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to my channel on Twitch at no extra cost yourself using Prime Gaming. Simply link your Amazon and Twitch accounts, and you can then subscribe for each and every month, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you can find a link to my articles in the description below as well, and the Discord server to talk about all things Magic. But yeah, pretty cool. Got there to Mythic, but then kind of stumbled almost after getting there. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes your opponents have good decks. Sometimes not everything works out perfectly. And sometimes you just have a little bit too clunky of a draw to cross the finish line. That's going to do it, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.